thoughts in my head. Well, my brain, yeah, it should have been, but it's over now. So what do I owe you? 'Cause I need you tonight. Can I see you? The lights out. 'Cause I'm inside my head every night. 'Cause I need you. 'Cause I need you. And I hope that you got what you wanted. You ripped my heart right out of me. I said it on names, I just couldn't understand how you couldn't shot one tear. How you couldn't shot one tear. How you couldn't shot one tear. One tear.
On today's pod, the coronavirus is coming, Taylor Swift is a hero, and the Fast and the Furious is back. Let's get rocking.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Dude, I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
Wow.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hiya, and welcome to the Pool Boy Podcast. We are recording on Sunday, February 2nd, Super Bowl Sunday. I am Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the big man himself, Jack O'Shea.
What's good?
It's about 12:45. Super Bowl's in a couple hours, Pacific time. We will definitely be done far ahead of game time.
It's at 3?
Miss it, 3:30. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's like 3:30 and then it starts at like 4:30. Or they're like 3:30 is like the anthem. I never know. Like some sporting events are like that.
Yeah.
But then some it's like no. They do the anthem at whatever 3 and then they will kick off at 3:30.
There was a time, they might still do it, but there was a time where like every evening baseball game started at 7-Eleven because 7-Eleven paid them like
It's pretty good marketing.
like a few million to be like, instead of starting at 7:10.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
I tell you what, having a company with your company name being numbers, massive benefits.
Oh yeah,
Massive benefits.
I'm trying to think.
Like July 11th, it's free Slurpee Day.
Oh, speaking of which,
7-Eleven, like just good.
I got a fun fact
Heady
for
stuff. What's up?
you. You know why today's special?
It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so today's very special for a number of reasons. But one, it's the Super Bowl. Two, is it Groundhog Day?
I don't know.
I think it might be Groundhog
Feels
Day.
early for Groundhog Day.
I
don't know.
I know so little about
I haven't
Groundhog
seen the
Day.
movie in so long.
But today is also a palindrome.
I knew that. It's 02022020.
Yes.
So it's not a palindrome.
No, it is. 02022020.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
palindrome.
But today
like
is
race car.
Today is the first full palindrome for every way that you do like dates and shit. Is the first full palindrome.
How else do you do dates then?
Like
Don't the Europeans switch up like month and day?
Yeah, the Europeans.
What a bunch of weirdos.
Because we do month, day, year. They do day, month, year. And
Just to fucking make it confusing.
and that's why when you're in Europe and you're reading like what date is, and you're like, what's the 30th month?
yeah, what the fuck's going on?
How many months do you
It's like
guys
the
have?
Romans. I think the Romans had a lot of months, right?
They're still using the metric system like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what I found out this week? Do you know what a meter is? Why it's the length that it is? I don't know exactly, but I know just about what it is.
No, why?
It's something like the distance. It's 1/10 of the distance from Earth to the sun. And I was like, who the fuck came up with that? Why is that a thing? Like, I get like if it like came out to like a round number of something.
I don't believe
I'm
that.
in. It is. I was told this at least.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know enough, Jack, to protest it or to.
It still doesn't make sense to me how some people are like like Michaela and I went to the Air and Space Museum, and
Yeah, in
they were
DC.
like, yeah, in like the year 1400, blah blah blah, figured out the diameter of the Earth like down to like half a foot. And it's like, how the fuck did you
think,
do that?
dude, I think people were taking wild guesses. I think everyone had a guess.
Yeah,
and
there
then,
were
like,
so many guesses.
eventually we found the guy who
Yeah.
had the right one, and we acted like he knew what he was talking about, even though there's no fucking way.
Dude, that's why they say like make a bunch of predictions.
Yeah, because it's like The Simpsons. Just fucking, if you're around for 30 years, you're gonna end up predicting some shit. You know, the new one is The Simpsons predicted the coronavirus. There's a Simpsons episode where it's like, flu comes to Simpsons, and on the news screen, the newsman next to him, it says coronavirus. But that's because the coronavirus is just like a name for a certain type of virus. It's like the swine flu is a coronavirus.
Yeah, dude, I've heard.
But it's still pretty crazy.
I've heard the like Corona beer joke
Oh, yeah.
so many times.
Well, everyone's like, people are mistaking the coronavirus, thinking that it comes from Corona beer. And it's like, no, they're fucking not. You type in Corona and it automatically switches, like, thinks you're typing in Corona beer, and that's where it sends you. If anything, it's trending. It's as good for Corona.
Fun fact, Corona. Yeah, this is free advertising.
Right? Like, what? Everyone's acting like, oh, no one's going to drink the beer because they think they'll get sick. It's like, we're not a bunch of fucking idiots.
I wouldn't be shocked, Henry. I wouldn't be too surprised.
If some people thought that?
No, if big beer, if Corona,
They started this whole fucking
they started
thing?
the virus, and they're like,
You know, apparently anytime there's one of these, somebody's making money, Jack.
Yeah.
Apparently, whether it's the government, pharmaceuticals, those are usually the big ones.
Yeah.
A couple bloggers. I recently watched the movie Contagion, and it's all about that.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
someone qui bono, Jack. Who benefits? Qui bono.
That's what that means.
And I believe so. You're the Latin guy. I think
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Let's get rocking. Let's get rolling. Time for some winners and some losers. My winner of the week, Sly Stallone.
You're a big winner.
Sylvester Stallone, Jack, took a step that I don't get why all Hollywood guys don't take.
Mm-hmm.
He went white. He said, screw the hair gel, screw the black dye and the shoe polish. I'm going white hair and white beard. The guy has a full head of hair. I don't know if it's real or not. Doesn't matter to me. It looks pretty fantastic. I don't understand why a lot of guys in Hollywood try to stay dark. It always looks better when you go white. Like,
Yeah.
if you have a head of hair, dude, a silver fox, there are a few things in this world better than a silver fox, right?
Dude, who's the guy in Mad Men?
Exactly. Roger Sterling for Mad Men.
That's why I'm jealous of you, because I think if
I think I'm going to go white. I'm
think
just begging to go white.
if I have hair when I start going, like, you know, we'll see if I do.
Yeah.
But if I do have hair, I think I'm going to be sort of salt and peppery gray.
Yeah.
You're blonder than me. I think you're going to go white.
I
and
think
would
blonde goes to
kill.
pure white. I want pure white.
That's what it seems to do.
But then you got guys like, what's his name? Fucking Kurt Russell, who kills the kind of dirty gray look. You know, like it's a good look getting away. I just think it's such a better look than the hair dye. It's so obvious. Every fucking analyst on ESPN, like everybody, even Trey Wingo's dyeing that thing blonde. Let it go gray. Look at Colin Cowherd.
No, there's no you.
Let it go gray.
You can't look worse though than if you have dark hair and you dye it dark.
Yeah.
Because like they'll go from
It's gonna
like,
bleed. It's gonna somehow
Yeah.
like your hairline is gonna look fake.
And there's nothing worse than if you have thinning hair and it's dark, and so you just see like a black rod coming
Yeah,
out of well, like
exactly.
single one standing alone
Exactly.
10 feet away from the next, and you just
But I think this is gonna help Sly.
I also thought, by the way, when I saw this in the podcast doc, when I saw the topic in the podcast doc, I thought that I didn't know you meant that. I didn't read the article. I thought you meant he was like going to be a mime.
Is that actually what you thought?
Yes, in my head I was like, because I was busy. I've been very busy.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I was like, is he getting into
He's getting into the mime world.
mimicry?
Yeah.
Is that what you
Or
are?
he's giving up his Italian roots. I think he looks fantastic.
If somebody in the comments can tell me what the verb for, is it miming? If you can tell me, that would be great. Also, sup everybody who's in watching this live in the chat. Sup Artsy Individual, Zach Jones, E Singer, That Fat Top Hat. All you guys are all great. But yeah, okay. So that's your winner.
That's my winner.
My winner.
I think it looks fantastic.
My winner is, and you're gonna have to press it because my winner is the Sandman.
You're a big winner.
So Adam Sandler, the kid did it again. I originally had my winner being the Kid.
I was gonna say he's forever the kid. Like there's certain guys that can be the kid, like Mickey Mantle's the kid.
Yeah.
and, you know.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's he's always the kid.
He's the winner because he just signed on for another 4 movies with Netflix. They famously paid him like a couple $100 million.
For some bad movie. I mean, I love everything he does. We watch it all, but I
Yeah.
think the movies that he made for Netflix were like The Do. No, it was The Do-Over.
Yeah, he made really, really bad movies.
That was a bad movie. I loved it, but that was a bad movie.
There are a ton of. We started this podcast. You can honestly say we started this podcast because of Adam Sandler, because we were tired of all the
hate on him,
all the assholes on Rotten Tomatoes being like, it really just wasn't. I want to call it a film.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck you. There's like 3 solid laughs in there.
Say what you want about the guy. He puts asses in the seats.
I watched 1917. I didn't laugh once.
Did you watch?
I haven't seen 1917. But there's 3 solid laughs in Adam Sandler movies, even the worst ones. And
a lot of it's easy. I don't care. A lot of it's easy.
I don't care.
Who gives a shit?
And they make fun of grown-ups because they're like, oh, and grown-ups, like the whole time it's basically just them laughing at their own jokes. And it's like,
yeah,
it's good to feel something.
I want to hang out with these guys. We're hanging out with them.
I enjoy, I enjoy. I feel like I am with them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm with Rob Schneider as the joke is that he's dating like a 70-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And they hit that joke.
It's a great joke. It's a great joke.
Again and again.
Yeah, it's like a hammer on a nail.
And you know what? It gets less and less funny, and then it's just not funny.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that.
And also, I think Adam Sandler is a cool guy. People give him shit for being the cool guy in movies. So he's like the athlete, and clearly he's not. I think he's pretty athletic, but not the body of a former NFL quarterback or even a youth basketball star. It doesn't seem like it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, Sandman.
Yeah, I'm totally with the Sandman.
Yeah.
I also hate calling him the Sandman. I think that's a stupid nickname.
I do too. It's fun to say though.
I wanted to call, I know that was between the kid and Adam Sandler. And I was like, fuck, I'll do Sandman. Plus, if your last name's anything Sand, you go by Sandman.
You have to.
Unless your last name is like Sandman, like you're Jewish and your last name's Salmon. And then
sounds like salmon.
I was saying, then you go by the Salmon.
Yeah. Adam Sandler is the definition of one for you, Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Or one for them.
Yeah.
14 for me. You know,
and like 6 for nobody, but.
And 6 for nobody.
But you know who the nobody is, Henry? Middle America.
I saw a couple lists.
I consider myself Middle America.
I saw a couple lists of worst movies of the decade when like a month ago when 2020 was starting, and a lot of people had a lot of Adam Sandler movies in there. And say what you want about Jack and Jill, and say what you want about these movies, or what's the one? Not Daddy's Home, the one where he's Andy Samberg's dad.
Oh, I was a good father to you.
I was a good father to you, Dougie.
Fuck, it's like
I'm
not
forgetting.
the best man.
That movie, though.
That movie was so promising.
No, but the movie's fucking hilarious. It's not a good movie. Of course, his accent is absurd, and I don't even know where it's supposed to be from. I don't even know. And the hair and the whole thing, that's a fucking funny movie.
Yeah.
Watch that movie and don't laugh.
We stan Adam Sandler, and I won't hear no hate about it. He's a funny man, and he gets too much hate from the likes of you. Really quick, I'm going to take, also, by the way, people in the chat are saying I have a mustache. Yes, I do. I'm not going to go into it. I do. Although I will, at some point, post a video of this mustache coming to life. I'm going to take 5 seconds. I forgot to do one thing. Talk to the chat, and we'll, yeah.
Sure. What's up, everybody? What do you think of the poster wall? Pretty cool? Daddy's Boy. That's what it is. Daddy's Boy. I was like, Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home. It's not Daddy's Home. Daddy's Boy. That movie's all time, by the way, and a great twist. I don't want to, for anyone who hasn't seen it, spoiler alert, Andy Samberg's fiance is having sex with her brother. That's the twist. Yeah, it's a shocking twist. Adam Sandler accidentally walks in, and she is having sex with her brother. And you're like, what kind of a movie is this? The movie's great. And then Adam Sandler ends up getting back together with the teacher who molested him. See, that's what Adam Sandler does. He throws the rule book out the window. He doesn't care about your PC. He made a movie where Drew Barrymore forgets everything every 15 seconds. I loved it. They end up. It wasn't rape at all. And then every morning for the rest of their life, she's going to wake up and have to watch a video and then figure it all out again. And that seemed worth it. I guess love is love, you know?
He gave a lot of people amnesia ideas.
Yo, Vernon. What's good, bro? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we got some good posters in the back. We're gonna keep on adding and try to make it a real gigantic just poster collage, like the kind of collage you'd make in a 6th grade art class with magazine cutouts. That's at least what we did in art school. I don't know what the kids these days feel like they have tablets and they're doing watercolors on the computer somehow. Yeah, no, we do. I think we might fake sign all of these posters as if the real person. You can never read a name from a signature anyway. Have you ever seen Donald Trump's signature, Jack?
No.
It's insane. It's so long. Like he spells Trump. It's like there's like 45 U's. It's like really, really long how he spells Trump. Oh. Atlanta Singer said, hey, please give Jack a noogie for me when he gets back. You got it.
There's no way
You got it. I got really, I don't know whether good or bad noogie hair. If you give me a noogie, I look like a clown. Like a total fool. A classic fool. I was a fool. John McClane. Who people think is gonna win the Super Bowl today? We'll end up talking about it. You didn't shout him out. Hey, someone just said, who do you think wins? I'm going with the Chiefs. We'll talk about it in a little further detail in a sec. You know what I don't like? I don't like Richard Sherman. The guy talks too much. Leave it on the field, Richie boy. Fun story about Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman was getting drafted when I was in like 8th grade, 7th grade. And I just got on Facebook. So maybe 8th grade. And he wasn't like a high guy, but I knew all of, all like the top guys getting drafted. I was super in the NFL draft. And so I found he's supposed to be like a 3rd round pick or something. I found him and a bunch of guys, and I friended them all on Facebook. And they weren't famous yet, so I got a bunch of them accepted. So Richard Sherman accepted my friend request before he was drafted. So I, to this day, am Facebook friends with Richard Sherman. You could poke him. I could poke him. I could write on his wall. He doesn't have a lot of friends, which is crazy. He never unfriended me, which I think Richard Sherman knows who I am.
There's a chance.
Not bad. Not bad for a kid from Virginia, you know? I try. Someone said Jack had to take a second to poop.
Behind the camera, you jerk.
Yeah, now he's the reason that the camera's shaking, but he's also pooping. Multitasking. These are some crazy face emojis people are sending. It's like smush faces. Adios, Elena.
All right.
Godspeed.
All right, I'm back. Let's
And
do
we're
this.
back.
Okay, here we go. All right, losers.
All right, losers. My loser of the week is Birds of Prey.
You are one pathetic loser.
See, I wouldn't even be surprised, Jack, if you didn't know what Birds of Prey was. Do you know what Birds of Prey is?
Okay, so I do only because there's a billboard right where I work, and I passed it like 6 times, and there's something in front of like 3 of the letters, and for some reason I couldn't put together that it was saying Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
So what is it?
So it's the new Harley Quinn movie. It's like an all-female DC superhero movie.
Yeah.
But it's like Suicide Squad, where it's like the heroes are the villains, and the villains are also villains. It's all villains, you know?
Yeah. Villain stuff.
This movie is going to... I just got a hot take. I don't know if this is a hot take. It's going to be the worst movie ever, and it's going to absolutely bomb. It's going to make no money. It's going to be terrible. I haven't heard... This movie comes out this week.
This week?
This movie comes out this week. I haven't heard anything about this. I didn't even really know the name. I don't know anyone else in the movie besides all the... what's her name? Margot Robbie. I've seen like a couple commercials. I haven't really seen that many billboards. No one's really talking about it. It's only like an hour and a half long. I think this is like, they were like, we're not going to do the Suicide Squad again. And then they filmed it and they were like, shit, we did the Suicide Squad again. How did it happen again?
We did the all-female, we did the Ocean's 8 of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like fuck. I mean, the Suicide Squad was terrible. That was awful.
Suicide Squad was just awful.
So it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen the trailer?
I have.
Does it look bad?
Personally, I don't get the Harley Quinn thing. I don't get, her voice is so annoying. Who wants to listen to somebody talk like that?
People aren't listening.
But she doesn't. I guess it's like a sexual costume,
Henry.
Way to go, but
there are certain communities on the internet, okay, and they enjoy certain things and
certain pleasures.
Weird sort of like clown BDSM. Margot Robbie is. I don't want.
It's a great look, and that's why it's such a popular Halloween costume. I don't want
to call it a fetish. I'll call it a taste.
Yeah,
it's a taste that many people have, and that's why, even though it was the worst movie ever, still. Probably the most popular Halloween costume. And will remain so.
Oh, massive Halloween costume.
And will remain one of the most popular Halloween costumes.
Yeah. She has all the key ingredients. Pigtails, short shorts. There's only 2 key ingredients. There's 2 of them. Because what was the other what was the original, like, wow, that's what you wear on Halloween if you want to really show your stuff as a girl.
Do you have an idea?
Yeah.
Catwoman?
No, bro. It's fucking Britney Spears'
score
outfit from that music video.
Yeah.
I think that was like, it's pigtails,
yeah,
short skirt. That's like the way. And then it was Jessica Simpson in Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes.
Daisy Dukes. No pigtails, but you could do them if you want to, if you just kind of want to.
Halloween's awesome.
Halloween's great. But this movie, I think this is going to be terrible. Like, there's a reason you can always tell when a movie's going to be bad when just nobody's. I think DC's like, just kind of just let it go.
When they pull back all of
there's like no. Think about how many commercials you see for even like fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
I knew all about that movie. I knew when it was coming out. I wasn't excited for it, but it was a thing.
Are you ever going to see Birds of Prey?
Oh yeah, I see all this shit.
Yeah.
I saw everyone told me how bad Suicide Squad was, and I thought there's no way it can be that bad.
Yeah.
And I watched it after it came out, like on DVD. I couldn't believe it. It's so bad.
This is one of those movies, and you know me. This is one of those movies where I'm just probably never going to see it ever in my life.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
We'll
My loser is Harvey Weinstein.
You are one pathetic loser.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Jack,
This is an easy one.
Harvey Weinstein's always winning. What did he do? No, Harvey Weinstein has been on a losing streak for a long time, but it's gotten a lot worse. Did you see what happened at like their trial?
Dude, I did.
Maybe the funniest thing ever.
Dude, what a twist. I think everyone was ready for every twist in this Harvey Weinstein terrible.
Are we talking about the
Trial?
same thing what that one girl said?
Yeah, dude.
So there's one girl, but this is why he's the loser. Because not only is he going to go to jail for, I don't know, life or whatever the fuck, because he's a sick, evil rapist and stuff, and he's the worst, garbage human being ever.
Yeah, he's a scary guy.
But this girl got on the stand. I don't even think it's true. I think that she was just like, I want to fucking
Dude, she said it like it was
humiliate him.
true. She said it was like it was true.
So she got on the stand and she said, she started like describing his man parts and was just like, he's got no balls.
He has no balls.
He looks like a fucking burn victim down there.
Yeah.
She just roasted him for like.
She said down there ain't okay.
And then
it's like a Picasso.
and she also she said yeah, I mean, he pulled his pants down and like his everything just smelled so shitty, and then she goes, sorry, poopy.
Yeah.
Which is just makes it even
But that's
worse.
a correction I would make. I would be like
Yeah.
on live TV being like, I think that's shit. I mean poop.
Because you can say,
I mean diarrhea.
You can say something smelled shitty and you mean just like, oh, he has BO or something. But then when you correct it to poopy, it's like, no, it smelled like
You are literally talking about feces.
he put his penis in poop.
Yeah, you're not talking about like trash is like, oh,
Yeah.
it smells like shit or trash. It's like, no, it literally smelled like he took a dump. Yeah, and apparently she said it appears that he might have a vagina.
Yeah,
like he's doubles, whatever you call it.
Intersex.
Intersex?
But she just said that like, I think she just said like it looked like his vagina.
Dude, what a
'Cause
this makes the whole thing even scarier, to be honest with you. Even creepier and scarier to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, what the fuck? Apparently he just had his head down the whole time. It's like, I think that was a good punch to Weinstein. I don't know if any of all the other stuff is, if we're really going to get him. I know he has some legal dogs on his side and a lot of money.
Yeah.
To silence people, but this was a win, at least, a small win in the war that is against Harvey Weinstein.
Do we maybe, I mean, nobody's winning more actually that's a creep and got me too'd than Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Kevin Spacey, if you follow that story at all, every couple of weeks an accuser dies or something gets thrown out. Like he is going to be I
don't think he'll ever be in anything again, but Kevin Spacey will be able to walk around the streets.
Dude,
which is crazy.
I'm giving it a 10% chance he's allowed to be in something.
Dude.
I'm giving it a 10%.
They're not letting Louis C.K. in anything, and
Louis C.K. will be back, but the difference is Kevin Spacey, and I think that he is the only person where he might come back. He shouldn't. He might.
Dude, he's so scary now. He makes those videos where he's like talking directly to the camera and like.
Dude, that's the character he's always played.
Yeah,
there's something about it's why rappers and metalheads who sing about dealing drugs and shit, and then they get arrested for dealing drugs. It's why they're just allowed back in because it's
like we were already talking about it. So
we knew
we weren't.
He said it. We didn't
know.
know. Now we know.
Now
but
we know.
We had already known.
He's still doing it.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, him in Seven. That was just character work. That wasn't.
He'll never play a romantic lead.
No,
but he will play. I think maybe at some point the creepiest motherfucker.
Another creepy serial killer guy. Well, no one can do it better. No one can do it better.
Because he's not even acting; he's just playing himself.
Just doing him. Moving on. We got the big game.
Are you ready for some football?
I love that people have to call it the big game because they can't say the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like you're not allowed to say it.
We say it. Bring it on, NFL.
Well, no one's going to fucking... People sue us for saying the Super Bowl.
I dare you.
Also, what if you just say... This is stupid, but what if you just say those two words back to back?
What? Super Bowl.
Those chips were Super Bowl already.
Oh, no. John Oliver did that with Superb Owl.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's clever.
He is.
He's like clever and funny and smart.
Really funny.
Like really witty. It's a dry wit.
And he's original.
Yeah, really original. Like one, he has his own style and his own.
And it's just like every episode's different.
Yeah, and he doesn't care what you think.
No.
He's gonna do his style.
No, all.
Yeah,
No. But. Yeah, no.
Are you kidding me?
We've done that bit before here.
So it's the Super Bowl today. We're recording this before, so we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. I'm going Chiefs.
Dude,
I don't like Jimmy G. He's too handsome. He's too Like he's only like 5'11", 6 feet. It's like me, man.
Right now I'm saying the Chiefs are going to win, but for some reason I actually feel like my heart is saying Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah.
My brain is telling me the Niners are
Now
going to win.
I'm kind of on the same page of like
The Niners
going with the opposite of what I'm thinking.
They are boring. They're a run-first team. They're going to eat the fucking clock.
But what a boring.
Dude, the Patriots are boring. They're
Yeah, but Brady's not boring. Come on.
No, Brady's not boring because he's Brady.
Exactly. No, if the Patriots
piece
would
of
be the
ass.
Spurs if but Brady's different than Tim Duncan. Like Tim Duncan was boring. Brady's motherfucking Brady.
Throwing just slant routes
Yeah,
all
outs
day
and slants.
is sexy to you?
You know what I hate about the Super Bowl now? They don't. They release all the Super Bowl ads before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
That really grinds my gears.
Except there's always one. Morgan Freeman. Remember the Morgan Freeman? I think they only showed it once. It was a Mountain Dew or it was a Doritos. It was some commercial, and he came out and just sort of like rapping. And then
I forgot about
huge,
that.
Yeah. You know what my favorite part about these commercials are too? Are when there's like a really, really sad commercial.
Yeah, well, there'll be a bunch, dude.
And they show like a soldier in, battle.
Yeah.
And then they show him like, he might die, and he calls his mom. He's like, I love you. And his mom's like, I love you. And then he comes home, and his mom got him a puppy, and you're just crying by the end of it. And then it's like, Toyota.
Yeah, Toyota.
And it's like, drive.
With the family.
Toyota, what drives you?
Yeah.
Like, just,
Mazda, innovation.
and sometimes they won't even like.
Oh, no, they don't even connect
They
them.
don't even
That's a
connect
big Super Bowl theme. It's like, let's write a short story.
Yeah.
Let's write like a 2-minute something that'll really get people into it. And then at the end, we'll throw the logo on, and we're good to go.
Yeah, you throw the logo on, and all you have to say is like, Toyota thanks moms.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, pick one group.
Okay, wow, Toyota's thanking them.
Yeah, for the children.
This one's for the children.
For the children. Mazda innovation. Yeah.
Mazda. Zoom.
But I really hate that they release them early because, honestly, like I'm a football fan. The commercials are a big part of the Super Bowl for me.
I love
I love the commercials.
Yeah.
Like they're great. And now it's all celebrities. So you're like, which commercial's Rob Lowe going to be in?
Yeah.
You know? And like there's a Pringles Rick and Morty commercial.
Really?
Yeah, there's a bunch of really like I just hate that they do them early now because what's the fucking point of watching the commercials now? It's bad marketing, Jack.
Yeah. Well, it's good marketing because people watch it millions of times.
I get that point, and I disagree.
Unless you have a hit. And you know what's funny, too, is there's always, even though there's like the Super Bowl commercials are a show in and of itself, there's always, though, like the really boring, what do you call H&R Block commercial?
Oh, yeah.
That's been on for the past 5 years. And they're like, we just paid $1 million for
Just
this.
run it.
And, yeah.
What are the odds that there is a very sexual but not overly sexual GoDaddy.com commercial that promises you if you make a URL, if you buy a domain name, you'll get to go to a porn site that doesn't exist?
Dude, people don't talk about the fact that GoDaddy.com, when we were children, had those commercials, and we had just hit puberty, and I was, let's just say, always rearing to go. Mm-hmm. And then you show Danica Patrick
in a bathing suit
in a courtroom doing something.
Go Daddy, go Daddy.
And then I found out 8 years later that GoDaddy.com is they give you domain names for websites.
Domain names. There's nothing sexual about the website.
I definitely used to sneak down.
Oh, for sure.
To the family computer.
For sure.
And be like, GoDaddy.com.
GoDaddy.com. Well, with that name, too.
Yeah.
GoDaddy.
It's like, ooh.
And also the commercial would literally be like a girl unbuttoning her bathing suit top. And then it would be like, go to the website for the next scene.
Yeah.
And then the next scene would be like, so you want to buy a domain name? Would you like to buy a domain name?
The next thing would be like, actually, poolboy.com is already taken.
Yeah, sorry, it's taken, but you can... my name's Jim. I don't know what girl you're talking about.
How about poolboy.italy?
Yeah, does that work?
This is something that I've gone through. We changed our name to Poolboy TV. This is a little behind the scenes. We changed our name to Poolboy TV because we could, at the time, get poolboy.tv as our domain name. Then, like a couple months later, I went to get it. Poolboy TV is taken. Poolboy.tv is taken. And I messaged the people, and it's a German company. And they're like, no, we got to use it.
Oh, no, we want it. We want it as ours.
And I was like, what do you want? I figured there was like, okay, what money do you want for it? And they're like, no. What on earth?
I don't know.
Bullshit.
It's confusing. Domain names are, I know there's a lot of people that make like a ton of money. They buy like TaylorSwift.com and then Whoever got ahead in that game.
Yeah, but if you're like
GoDaddy.
you can kind of get around it. If you're big enough, if you have something trademarked and stuff, you can be like, no, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why if you type in like anything near google.com, try this. Type in like literally Google.
Like Google with 3 O's or something?
Yeah, Google, but misspell it in like one letter, and it will take you to Google.
Yeah.
They've bought everything.
It's also the same thing I've heard. I have no idea, but I've heard with porn sites, if you spell a letter off, it'll take you to some other like.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, no, this is kind of a porn. Hey, no, you're not in the wrong place.
Welcome-
Keep on going.
Welcome to Porn Hut.
Yeah, Porn Hut. Come on in. It's less quality, but there's something.
I don't want to. Actually, yeah. Can somebody in the chat tell me what pornhut.com takes you to? Is it? Because I feel like
No, it's just like a fake. Like, it's not a lot to it, I think. But like, there's like a couple dirty photos, maybe like a enter here thing. But it's clearly like someone spent 15 minutes. They bought the domain name and nothing happened.
Welcome to Corn Hub.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Iowa's finest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Took me a while to find that one. The coronavirus, Jack, it is here and it is coming for you. It's coming
here.
to your homes. It's coming to your schools. It's coming.
When you say it
For
is
you.
here,
Mhm.
is it really hard for you not to say it's here, it's queer, get used to it?
It's here. It's queer. Get used to it.
I can't. Not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But go on.
The coronavirus is it's not back. It's just here. Obviously, Wuhan, China, not a good place to be right now. I think they have 45 million people quarantined,
Yeah.
which just shows you how fucking big China is.
No, it shows you how
That's a lot of fucking people.
it shows you how dense China
Yeah.
is, dude. China is dense.
China is dense, very dense.
I'd actually sent in our family group text has been very funny lately. Mom, I love you. Mom sent
A lot of coronavirus jokes.
Mom sent this like not meme, but just
Porn Hut is a live campsite, like adult camps, obviously. Thank you. I assumed much, but good.
I'll never visit it
Interesting. Porn Hut.
as I don't sin. But back to our family group text. Mom texted a thing where it was like, this will make you love Patrick Mahomes this morning. And I love Mom so much, but it's like, it's clearly a fake story.
Yeah.
It's one of those stories where it's like, and everyone clapped. It's like one of those stories. But Dad sent randomly yesterday morning, each color is a billion people, and it's just a map of the Earth.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really cool. And so it's North America, South America, plus Australia is a billion people.
All three of those combined are 1 billion people.
Africa's a billion.
Yep.
Western Europe's a billion.
Yep.
And then
You got China's a billion, India's a billion,
China's billion, India's billion, and then
and then it's like that. The rest of Asia's a
the
billion.
rest of Southeast Asia is a billion.
Yeah.
And it basically just shows you just like how
Dense.
if we were as dense as China, it would be like there are 7 other people in this like area with us right now.
Yeah.
But so like the 45 million in China thing, that's like
How many people watch the Super Bowl?
I think like a couple hundred million.
Like 100 something million?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say that's actually not like that. I don't know. Like the numbers are crazy. 45 million is nuts.
There's so many people.
It also goes to show you only 210 people, which obviously that's a lot of people and that's sad, but not as many people dying as the movies.
Really quick,
You know?
I really love this comment. And by the way, guys, at the end of this, we'll answer all questions and we'll chat with you guys a little bit. But the guy's name's he said, we should quarantine all of Lubbock. What a shitty place.
There we go.
I like that kind of stuff.
These are the kind of things, the times when a pandemic can work in your favor.
Yes.
You've got a town like Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah.
You wanna take care of. Take a page out of the Simpsons movie. You know, quarantine them and then drop something in.
Oh no,
No.
not Texas Tech.
No, they're having a whole Texas Tech conversation. Mahomes went to Texas Tech. It's a Lubbock thing. But how scared are you of the coronavirus? There's a couple of cases in the U.S., Jack. Donald Trump and his administration says it is not a time to panic.
I'm not scared in the slightest.
No?
I'm not. Because
I have a feeling I'm immune.
I have a feeling you're not. You and I are always sick.
I think I'm immune.
You're sicker than I am.
I would, yeah.
We're not immune. But if you get the coronavirus, if we went to an urgent care, we're like, I'm feeling kind of sick. And they're like, oh, you have the coronavirus. They'd be like, all right, in 2 days, you're good. You're pretty much, it's the same thing as it always is. It's
Until
like
it mutates.
babies, old people, and people who don't wash their hands, you're fucked.
Well, who washes their hands? That's like half the world doesn't
Pussies
wash their
do.
hands.
Fucking
Exactly.
nerds.
I saw a thing. There's a cruise ship with 7,000 people on it. One of the passengers was from China, got symptoms and has the virus. They quarantined all 7,000 people on the cruise ship.
Talk about my fucking nightmare, dude.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Especially, I hope it was at the end of the cruise. I hope it wasn't.
I think it was.
What a bummer if that's your whole cruise.
I think that they might have turned around early.
By the way, I think there's a way to twist that into a positive.
What? 7 more?
Sick room parties.
Dude, it's either
If you're quarantined on a boat, you got to be like, hey, give us the booze.
it's either like more crews,
Yeah.
or what my fear is, it's like nobody leaves your fucking rooms.
Because there definitely is a thing. Like when we were in college in Texas, when Ebola was in Texas, I didn't want to get Ebola. I didn't want Ebola. A lot of people to get it. But I really wanted them to put us in lockdown.
Yeah,
That'd be a blast.
Dude.
Little quarantine, board up the windows. If you had really nothing to worry, but nothing went
do you
wrong.
know how fun an Ebola party would be?
You
Not
kidding
having
me?
Ebola.
Yeah.
But because Ebola, it's like I'm nervous about Ebola because you get Ebola, it's like you're bleeding out your eyes.
Yeah, it's scary stuff.
Coronavirus, it's like you got the flu.
You are talking a lot of shit about the coronavirus. Tell you that much.
Dude, have you not? We're also in the cycle too, where it's like at first it's like, ooh, there's a new virus, and then all of a sudden it's like panic, and then it's like, and then people are like, dude, it's fine, it's not in the U.S., and then like it's in the U.S. and we're like panic, and now we are at the point of where every single person is saying, don't panic. 5 people have it. It's not as bad as the flu.
Maybe that's just what the government wants you to think. Big Pharma doesn't want you to worry so that you get it and then you have to pay them for their medicine, Jack.
Yeah.
You got to wake up sometimes. You got to open your eyes.
I don't have to pay them for medicine because I have my lavender essential oils and my oregano pills. I take oregano, Henry, and
Do you actually take oregano?
No.
I was going to say, because I've taken oregano before.
Yeah?
And garlic.
Okay.
Like garlic pills. It's good for your stomach.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think we're going to survive, though. I would, again, if all of a sudden it was it's a big outbreak and whatever, we talked about it, you need canned foods, you need one of those masks, and honestly, you need a gun, which is a bummer.
Dude,
but you absolutely need a gun.
What are you doing if they quarantine the city? What are we doing? Sorry, right? Because obviously we're a team.
Well, I think you go out looting, that's for sure. You got to go get supplies.
Yeah.
You roll as a group. You do not split up, Jack. You do not split up. First thing you do is get gas. Gas is by far the most important.
I think you have to split up.
Yeah. Then the next thing you do,
You have to split up, dude.
start torching places. Just start.
You're going to be the aggressor.
Yeah, I want people. I
Okay.
want people out of the stores into the streets, out of the stores into the streets, and
Okay.
then we go into the stores, out of the streets.
That makes sense. I'm thinking of like, how do we do it if there are other aggressors out there, assuming that this is a purge type situation?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's all about a gun. You gotta go to a gun store, get a gun. Otherwise, we have golf clubs, we have baseball bats, we have kitchen knives and frying pans. I think we would do a Stranger Things nail bat. You get the wooden bat and you put the big nails in it, like fucking what's his name with the sweet hair.
I think nail bat is overkill, and I think that and I'll tell you.
I
why.
think someone's easy with a nail bat. They're not coming for your canned soup.
I think that I could do more damage with a bat than a nail bat, because a nail bat, I think it gets stuck. A regular bat, if I hit you with a bat, no matter what, you're out. There's no way.
So you think a normal wooden bat is more dangerous than a nail wooden bat?
Because if I had a normal wooden bat and there are 2 people coming at me, if I clock one and then I got to clock the other.
You clock the guy in the shoulder. It's in his shoulder and you can't get it out with the other guy's
Yeah,
attacking you?
exactly. Like that.
Gotcha.
That's the concern.
Okay.
That's the concern. There's also just like if somebody was coming at you with a bat and versus somebody coming at you with a nail bat, I feel like someone coming at you with a bat, you're freaking out. Someone coming at you with a nail bat, I think you freak out so much that you get that superhuman strength.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to inspire that. But there's a hardware store like literally across.
Oh,
the
you
street
know,
from us.
that'd be the first place we go.
That's where we go.
You know what else I would do? I would go get like a couple, like, you know, like the spray bottles you spray plants with, and I would write on them coronavirus. And then I'd walk around being like spraying, like, watch out! I got the coronavirus and
I got
the virus. You don't want anything? Back up. And give me that dog. Give me your dog.
You're gonna. So
I want the dog.
So if this happens, what you're doing, you're gonna steal people's.
Yeah,
pets.
I'm gonna say, give me your dog.
You're gonna dog nap.
give me the leash. Well, we need a dog.
We do need a dog.
Exactly. So, and then we got to start looking for cats.
Then that's when we
give
find
me the cat.
That's when give me the fucking cat.
Give me the cat, or I'll spray you.
And then you show people you're fucking insane. You spray it in your mouth.
Yeah.
This is so crazy. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no. If we were bunkering down though, if we were hunkering down, I think you'd have to split up for the initial supply thing. I think we go 2 and 2 for a house.
Dude, I am not splitting up. You ever seen any movie?
No. I've seen horror movies, but I'm talking about, Henry, this is going to be a mad dash. We're in a densely populated area. It's no China.
No China.
But we're in a densely populated area.
It is LA. I think we almost go to the sea, Jack.
No,
we get on a
dude.
raft and we go.
No, dude.
We cast away this thing.
No, because you know how slow you are in the sand? And you can't drink that water. No, we have.
Well, you can drink it. It's just not very tasty.
Have a home. Okay.
Yeah, we do have a home.
So because I think you need to send people for supplies or for like weapons and shit like that, and you need to send people for food. My question to you is, food and water. if say I'm leading a team,
Yeah.
say you're leading a team,
Yeah.
which one which should you get? Which should I get? Which should I be in charge of? Which should you be in charge of?
I have always fancied myself a little bit of a prankster, a little Kevin McAllister in me. So I think I could booby trap. I think I could booby trap this whole place, make it like King Tutankhamun's tomb. You know,
Yeah.
where
King Tut.
you're walking in, you're either getting an arrow to the head or a curse that will live on forever. You know, everybody that opened King Tut's tomb is dead.
Well, because they did it forever.
So that's the joke. They did it like 1918. No,
Yeah.
but all of them died of mysterious illnesses in the next 5 years.
Interesting.
So I think first thing we have to do is find out what King Tut was doing.
You know why?
Cook up a little curse in here.
Asbestos.
It was an asbestos thing.
There
So
was
we got to go to the asbestos store, get a little bit, just a dab of asbestos. But I do think
bit of asbestos.
I couldn't resist myself from doing like the paint can on the door trick. And then guys come in to rob us and they're like, now I'm all covered in paint.
Yeah.
And then we shoot them.
Ooh.
And then,
I
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. I think that you would need to get the food though,
You're right. You're right.
because you.
I don't think you
can't-
would know what to grab.
Well, I would.
You'd go and you'd be like, I got a bunch of fruit. You'd be like,
No.
that goes bad in 2 days, Jack.
No, I would go.
Don't worry, I got milk too.
I know exactly what I would get.
What?
I
Beef
would-
jerky.
Yes, but I would go and you know how in every like 7-Eleven they break it up into different things, like
Yeah.
different sections. I would go with a trash bag and get literally the entire protein bar section.
Interesting.
Those are meal replacements.
So we're just gonna be constipated as shit during this outbreak lockdown.
and you and I will survive. We'll be able to live so much easier than other people because I think you're a little bit like me, where like I can eat the same thing over and over.
Oh
and over
yeah,
again. I don't
give
give a
me
shit.
oatmeal Cliff Bars. I can eat on them
I'm just gonna
forever.
get all the oatmeal Cliff Bars.
Yeah,
And then we need water, dude.
yeah. Water's big one.
And I'm gonna go, and I don't think
Yeah, the water's the issue, man. I don't know. We don't get a lot of rain here.
yeah.
We don't get a lot of rain
I'm
here.
also gonna get probably every pack of cigarettes that they have,
Oh.
and all of the chewing tobacco.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
And you know what we also
And then we'd start. You know what we do? We'd lay traps. We'd like put a pack of cigarettes in the middle of the street, and then we'd be watching with like a harpoon gun. And then as soon as someone gets closer,
yes,
we poon them.
yes, poon them.
Yeah, and then we
poon them.
and then we take all their clothes, and we take everything they have, and then we throw them back outside, and we tie a rope around his neck, and we tie that to our door.
Yes,
And then we use him as bait. It's live bait now.
yes.
For all the creeps.
And that's also how we get more dogs.
Yes, because it's all about the dogs.
Because everybody knows.
Give
this
me
is
that
the
dog.
dog.
Give me
Hey,
the dog.
Give me your dog. Yeah.
Give me your dog.
And then immediately the dog's like, "You're my master." Okay, cool.
I think we do pretty well. Moving on. We got a great trailer trash, trailer smash. And I don't think it works.
Press the wrong button.
Whoops. And trailer trash, trailer smash. That one's on me.
Yeah.
All right. There was a new Fast and Furious trailer this week for Fast 9. Crazy. Fast 9. It's a lot of movies. It's been a while, though, dude. It's been like a couple years since we had Fast 8, whatever. We had the Hobbs and Shaw, whatever, Split movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer?
I still haven't seen a single Fast and Furious movie.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
So massive implications, Jack. Massive implication to the franchise.
Go on.
One thing. You haven't seen the movie. If I said to the name to you, Dominic Toretto, what does that make you think of?
Vin Diesel.
Go further.
What's
What's his theme?
family?
Family. You nailed it, okay? And you haven't seen one of these movies, Jack.
I think some of the people in the chat also were are a part of Team Jack, and our big thing is that we would say like we're family with Vin Diesel gifts.
Exactly.
So I'm very into Dominic.
Exactly. So
Toretto.
you know that he's a family guy. That's what he cares about. That's basically all that matters to him in life.
Yeah.
Family and cars.
He's a good guy.
Cars, then family, probably. But
No.
but either way.
No,
but-
family first.
No,
family first.
No. But
You
either
can
way.
replace a car.
But
You
either
can't
way.
replace
You're
Paul
saying
Walker.
grace. You're saying grace. So Dom
Thanksgiving's-
Toretto.
Thanksgiving, most important day of the year.
It is.
Family.
It's Dom's favorite
When
day
you're
of the
with
year.
your family.
His birthday's on Thanksgiving. That's why family is so
Yeah.
important to him. But so he obviously loves family. We see in the trailer John Cena is in it. And they're trying to kind of give him an Italian look. It seems like because they're making him wear tight Under Armour and a gold chain. That's the Italian look. I think that's what they were going for. We find out because the whole time he's the bad guy. We find out it's like, who is John Cena? Oh wait, that's Dom Toretto, Vin Diesel's brother.
I have a problem with that.
My question, Jack, if this guy only cares about family, if we've had 8 movies about this guy talking about family, how the fuck does he not mention that he has a brother? You know what I mean? We literally have been talking about family, Jack, for a decade.
Do you know what'd be really cool?
What?
It's not true, but what would be really cool is if it's like Harry Potter, where like You can.
In what way could it be like Harry Potter?
But in Harry Potter, like, the first book's a kid's book. The second book's a kid's book. The third book, they're like, we're going to kind of go up with
It's
teens
like
a little
Fast and
bit.
Furious. First movie's a kids movie. Second movie's
Literally, though, there are things in the 7th book that pay off. Something that started in the first book.
Dude, I've seen all of them. There is no hint to him ever having a
No,
brother.
exactly. I would love it if they were like, actually, they hint at this constantly.
If they
don't.
went back and look, we saw Cena in like the back, like in a family photo or
And
something.
they were like, they casted John Cena in 1999.
They casted him in '97.
They knew. They knew.
They knew. They just
They knew.
did.
Yeah, they didn't, though. But
It's just confusing. Also, the lineup is thin, bone thin, Jack.
how so?
The Rock's out. Statham's out. Paul Walker's deceased. What's her name? Gal Gadot, who was in those movies. People forget who was in all of those.
I did not know that.
Half of those. Gal Gadot got her start, fucking slinging cars and going,
Just killing it.
living her life
Yeah.
a mile at a time. All of them are out. So the crew now is Vin Diesel,
Mm-hmm.
Ludacris, tech guy, Tyrese, team wildcard / kind of pain in the ass.
Luda.
Luda. Vin Diesel's gal, which I'm forgetting her name.
She's really hot.
Yes. Vin Diesel's girl.
His sister, right?
Paul Walker's wife is in it.
Is it Rodriguez?
Paul Walker's, whatever. So whatever Rodriguez is Vin Diesel's girlfriend, wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She was
Letty.
hot.
Letty.
Paul Walker's wife in that
Wife
is
in the
also
movie
really hot.
is back in it. She's so hot.
Mhm.
And the girl from Game of Thrones.
Sophie Turner.
No. Danny's like side girl that got killed in the last season. Head cut off.
She's like
I'm forgetting.
interracial. She's half black.
I want yes.
Yes, I know her. She's hot.
So that's the crew. Which, to be honest with you, Jack, not a solid crew.
Cena's in it.
Cena's in it, which is great. He kind of replaces The Rock. There are a few little Easter eggs in the trailer. Do you know who Han is?
Yes, he's Asian.
Yes. So he's the coolest guy.
Is it okay that I'm describing everybody by race?
It's easier that way. I don't know if it's
I haven't
better or
seen this
worse.
stuff.
It's easier. We gotta get through this. So Han is basically Brad Pitt from Ocean's 11. He's always eating chips. He's very cool. He's always
Okay.
eating something.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he used to be a smoker. And he's
Does
always
he have hand
very
tattoos
cool.
like Brad Pitt in Ocean's
He
11?
does not. I wish he
Everybody
did.
forgets that Rusty, not Rusty. Is he Rusty in that? Who's
Rusty.
Rusty has hand tattoos.
He has a shark tattoo. It's sick.
Watch Ocean's 13.
Sweet hand tattoo. But so Han, who's been dead since Tokyo Drift, but then they did a couple movies that were like prequels. He's back somehow. Confusing.
Is
He
the
looks
oth- is-
terrible.
Is the other guy who's been Friday Night Lights there?
He is back.
He's back?
He won't be in the full movie, but he's in a couple scenes. The
How-
Friday Night Lights quarterback.
You didn't lift.
Yeah. How far is the drive?
How far is the drive?
From Odessa to your school?
How far is the drive from Odessa? Friday Night Lights, good movie.
Great movie. But so this is going to be a big. I think it'll still be huge, and I will still be excited to see it because you can see from the trailer they were like, fuck it, we're making the stunts even crazier. They threw that book out the window a while ago, but now with the light cast, I think they were like, we got to step it up. There's a scene where Vin Diesel drives off a cliff, and he is basically like, like a rope swing, how you kind of rope around. You don't just run straight. You kind of run to the side and kind of curl, like do a big curve.
He curves the bullet.
He has a rope attached to his car that's attached on the other side of a mountain.
Some rope.
And he flies, and then he.
Is it a chain?
So it's gonna be good. I don't really know. I don't know the details, but he is not even nervous doing it.
No.
So I think he'll land it.
Dude, he at this point has to be like, I'll never die. That character.
Oh, Dom Toretto?
Yeah, no.
And he's got a kid now too.
Yeah, he can't die.
Can't die because it's all about family. This trailer starts with him going, I can't live my life a mile at a time anymore. And I was like, dude, then we shouldn't be making movies because that's kind of what you do.
Then pass it off to
pass
The
the
Rock.
torch to somebody.
Yeah.
Who's the next up and coming bald actor?
Me.
Jack. Pass it off to Jack.
Dude, pass it off to me. Let's start some sort of campaign and get over 100,000 signatures to have me replace Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious movies.
I'd buy it.
And here's why it's great. I haven't seen any of them, so I'll come in completely unbiased. And we'll get 100,000 signatures, so Donald Trump has to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
I love that rule.
I love that rule.
I love that rule. There's no
And-
way it's a real rule,
and-
but I like that people think that it's a rule.
And because I feel very similar to Vin Diesel about family, and also
do,
I
you do.
think that Rodriguez, that actress, is also really hot.
Yeah, you got to learn about cars.
I'll be like, fuck it, I'm driving automatic, and they'll be like, you can't do that. That's not cool. And I'll be like, but it's efficient and it lets me use my hand for something
for
else.
other things. I
Look
don't
at
have to be
this.
so concentrated on the.
Look at this. I can eat food while we're doing
Or
stuff.
play a nice
'Cause it's
podcast.
Because it's an automatic. So
You're
I'm
the
not
first
ridiculous.
Fast and Furious cast member to listen to podcasts instead of music when they're on missions.
I'm the first one where they're like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, "I got Audible. You should get it."
Yeah, you should get Audible. It's only $14.99.
Use my promo
you
code.
get a
and you
free
can get a
book.
month free.
You get a free book.
You can get a free month on Audible. You can get the Harry Potter
and we
series.
we can share and trade books.
We can trade them. Screw it. You can use my account. Just
yeah,
don't tell Audible.
Yeah, just don't tell Audible that we're using the same
Yeah,
account.
yeah.
I still have a student discount.
I got the student discount.
Yeah, from college.
You have to listen to this book about Teddy Roosevelt. It's like 17 hours long.
The guy was crazy.
But you can listen to it at 1.5 speed, and it'll take you like a couple drives.
Yeah.
You'll want to keep driving.
You want to just like we always are driving. You want to keep doing it.
You're gonna want to do it.
You want to keep doing it.
Fast and Furious 12.
Podcast.
Fast and Furious 12.
Oxcord.
Audible drift. 1.5 times the speed.
They've never made an Uber joke in Fast and Furious. They should totally make like what's Luda doing now? And it's like him driving Uber. And it's like, whoa, this isn't the Uber I signed up for.
Yeah, he's got a 5-star rating.
I'm in a rush, but I'm not that big of a rush.
Everybody's like, I'm going to give him 0 stars because this is dangerous. But then all of a sudden, they're like, did I get here in 30 seconds?
Yeah, this is crazy.
And then you know what he says?
What?
Luda.
Yep. Move, bitch. Moving on. Next segment. Stunning and brave.
She is stunning and brave.
Taylor Swift is stunning and brave, and she is a hero. She just came out with a new Netflix documentary about the very brave and just badass, I'd say, decision to come out as a Hollywood liberal. I don't think a lot of people saw this coming. I think it took a lot of guts. I think it took a lot of balls to come out and say, you know what, Hollywood, I'm just like you.
Yeah.
I agree with all of you.
Yeah.
So whether or not you agree with me, which you probably do because you all think the same way as I do, I'm here.
I got a plot.
Love or hate me.
I got a plot twist for you.
What's up?
I saw the documentary. I'm on Taylor Swift's side.
Oh,
I'm 1,000,000% on Taylor Swift's side.
My Lord, Jack.
You haven't seen the doc, Ken. You haven't seen the doc. If you watch the doc,
I don't need to see the doc, Jack.
You need to see the doc.
I don't need to see the doc.
It's very well done. And there are certain parts, too, where you're like, shut the fuck up.
Of course there are. That's the whole thing, I assume.
But
it's so hard for her, Jack. It's so hard for her. She kept her lips shut that she supported Hillary Clinton for so long.
And
everyone was like, oh, do you like Donald Trump, Taylor? And she was like, no, obviously not.
It was a big deal. Because at the time, she was a country singer. Or had just only recently stopped being a country singer.
Okay.
And
I was supposed to say she's not a country singer anymore.
They show her
auto-tune. Hello.
They show her like fighting with her manager, and it's very real, and there are tears.
But then her manager's a fucking idiot.
And her dad is like, don't fucking do this. Like you are potentially tanking your fucking career.
Hey, Republicans buy sneakers too, yo.
But it's like you're gonna like destroy your career because you are basically doing all this stuff.
My point is that's an illogical opinion. Who runs everything in Hollywood? Music, everything. It's all Democrats. It's all liberals. Like, what are we talking about?
No, I don't think it's bullshit.
You're going to lose your Alabama listeners?
Dude,
no, you're not.
Dude, I'm with you. It's like with the Australian fire stuff when everybody was like, we have to put the fires out in Australia. And it's like, we know, Joaquin.
Yeah, we all know about the fires. They're all over the radio. I can't do shit about it.
We all agree about all of this shit that
we all know.
That everybody says at these worst things. It's like, we all agree. And for the people who are watching this, like, wow, are they assholes? Yes, we are assholes.
Yeah.
But also,
fuck you.
We don't like hypocrites and phonies.
No phonies.
We don't like people being phony. And I don't know. It just drives us up a fucking wall when people are like, it's time.
It's so hard for me to do that.
It's time for equal rights. And we're like, we agree.
Yeah, we all agree. We agree. We agree.
Thank you. No, but I agree. I actually am on Taylor Swift's side. She was in a pickle, and she's a really sweet girl. And the people were hard on her.
Oh my God.
The people were very
hard.
Are
you listening to yourself? The people were hard for her. Hard on her. Jack, she's like the most famous, celebrated person in this country.
She gets a lot of hate.
You're a famous person.
You
don't want a little bit of hate. Don't be famous.
Dragged on Twitter all the time.
Who
she does.
gives a shit?
She does.
Anyone who complains about people coming at them on Twitter, who gives a fuck? Don't read it.
Here's what I want you to do.
Don't read it.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to listen to the Taylor Swift song "Mean," and I want you to just be like, "Wait,
I love
she's
1989.
Talking about you.
I love 1989.
She's talking about you.
1989 is a fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's a fantastic album.
I like
everything in
Red.
it. Everything after that is garbaggio.
I also will say, I first started liking country when she first became big. I liked Taylor before you guys did.
I'm sure.
When you think Tim McGraw, I hope you think her favorite song, the one we dance to all night long.
She's a great songwriter. She's incredibly
At
talented.
the party on the lake.
Yeah. I think she's gifted.
Happiness.
I think she's talented. I just think,
I hope you think
shut up
that
about
little
it.
white dress, my head on your chest.
Well, we know who she's going to vote for now. She's not a Trumper. She will not be wearing the red hat anytime soon. I'm just glad she cleared that up because I wasn't sure. And now I know.
She is stunning and she is brave.
She's stunning and she is brave.
You're perfect, Tay-Tay. Don't listen to the haters.
Moving on, last segment.
You.
We always end it with this now because it's just so damn good. What say you?
What say you?
Got a couple what say yous before we head to the Super Bowl and I start making my buffalo chicken cheese dip, which is delicious. Number one, the greatest reality show idea ever has been canceled.
What?
This billionaire from Japan, Yusaka Maizawa, I think I actually did a decent job about that, has pulled out of a documentary search for a girlfriend to take on his voyage around the moon with Elon Musk's SpaceX, citing his mixed feelings about participating. He had set up a show, so he's a Japanese billionaire, where it was basically a dating show, Bachelor, but it's not to get married, it's to pick a woman to basically, you're together, but to bring on him with him on this year-long trip around space and around the moon and all this stuff.
I love it.
Isn't that awesome?
That's fucking awesome.
They canceled it.
Why?
Because he didn't want to do it. What's his idea?
Because he just was like,
he said he had mixed. He's like, I don't really want to do it. I think that's a great idea, though. By the way, you know what's a better idea? Film him in the spaceship.
Yeah.
Get two strangers. It's like that movie Passengers that was terrible and no one went to see with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Or prank him and be like, you're in space.
And then they're not in space?
How have they not done that where they're like,
what?
You can make it seem like somebody's in space. You can make somebody think that they're going to space and they're like, no, it's fine. And then there's
that would be a pretty sweet fake reality show. You do like a whole fake like launch and stuff.
Basically, put somebody who's never seen the movie Planet of the Apes through Planet of the Apes.
I like this.
Find a really gullible person, and then let's basically see like, can we make Planet of the Apes?
It's a social experiment. You're allowed to do anything with a social experiment. You can like torture people. You can do whatever. It's a social experiment. We're doing it for the data and for the research. Slap a Stanford ID badge and you're good to go.
And it gets really fucked up, and all of a sudden you're like, but now we know.
Now we know. But now we'll never let it happen again.
We won't.
And before we didn't know if we should let it happen again.
Before we didn't know, now we know science.
Now we know.
Hypothesis is yes.
Next, Lethal Weapon 5 is in the works and looks like it will be it's going to get made. We fucking love Lethal Weapon, or at least I love Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Especially with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They've made Lethal Weapon 5 and 6, which is so funny that they're actually making Lethal Weapon 5. They're doing it with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, though. They're both like 60 and 80, so...
I was going to say, because...
Shane Black is back.
How old is Danny Glover? Because Danny Glover...
They're old.
In the first Lethal Weapon, like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, I'm too old. That's literally his line.
And now 30 years later, he's like...
literally his line.
He's like...
I am actually legitimately way too old for this shit.
Here we go again.
Yeah, that's got to be the trailer of him being like, I cannot believe that I'm still doing this shit. I am so old for this shit.
Oh, baby.
Shane Black, who's the director who also did like Predator and stuff. He's our favorite dude. He had a quote about it where people were talking about the movie and saying that it should be their sons. And he was like, fuck that. If they're going to be in the movie, they're going to be in the movie. I don't care how old they are.
Don't Point Break this shit.
Also, he had said a couple years ago that he had written Lethal Weapon 5, but it probably wasn't going to get made. The plot, Murtaugh and fucking, what's his name?
Glover.
No, it's Murtaugh. Murtaugh and, shit. I forget his name. The character's name. But anyways, Mel Gibson and what's his name? Danny Glover are in New York during the worst blizzard of all time trying to stop a, like, Black Ops, like, rogue Blackwater crew. That something with Afghanistan. But I love a blizzard movie.
Why are they?
You know why? It's a Christmas movie. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's always good.
Right?
Why are they overseas?
They're not near New York. The Afghanistan,
the
Blackwater crew are here.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
They're here with us.
That makes sense. I thought they were like, we're taking them international. It's like they are cops at a local.
Yeah, they are local.
They are
jurisdiction. They're
a town.
They
cops.
work the beat.
They work the beat.
It's like Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
They work the beat. They're not going anywhere outside of Santa Monica. But I'm very excited for that. Those movies are fun. And last, big news: the Hummer is back.
I know, dude.
They're bringing back the Hummer, and guess what? They're making it electric.
I'm in.
By the way, the gas wasn't my issue with the Hummer. Hummer it takes like 3 parking spots.
A lot of people
and apparently it wasn't that big inside. You know, I was actually never in one. I feel like I lost out.
I feel like I was in one.
I feel like I really lost. I was in a Hummer limo for a second one time.
I feel like I've been in Hummer limos.
Where they're like, check out this Hummer limo, and I went in, and then like, I didn't actually ride in it.
The
Hummer limos are cool. Say what you want. Hummer limos are
Hummers were
Swaggy.
for people who don't remember or weren't old enough to remember. Hummers were the coolest thing fucking ever. Every single action star, rapper, rock star had one, and they had it in like a neon color,
And they were the size of a house.
And what happened was that happened, and then an inconvenient truth came out, and people were like,
Yes.
"Oh shit, global warming!" And then they're
Yeah.
like, "Don't use gasoline.
Don't use
And that's
gasoline.
when
Except you probably will, but don't do the Hummer because that's
Don't-
more gasoline.
Don't do the Hummer because you're gonna need to get like an extra gallon." each
Yeah.
time." And so people they killed Hummer, and now they're coming back, and I'm so pumped that I'm gonna get one.
Jacked.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be driving Hummers.
How expensive do you think
Getting
it's gonna
Hummers, driving Hummers. What do you say?
be? How expensive do you think it's gonna be?
Probably pretty expensive.
Damn.
I don't know. Is electric more expensive?
To buy an electric car, it is, but and you know what's funny?
But then you save.
You went though. They say that like you have to drive it for like 10 years to save, but if you do it right, I know somebody who has an electric car, and she basically like it gives you like 50 miles, but if you only drive 50 miles a day, you just are constantly using the electricity, so that will save you. If you're
Okay.
if you're
doing long distance stuff.
if you are if you're doing long distance, and if you are like filling your car up with gas and then filling it with electric, and then you don't do either again until you're completely empty, you won't really save any money. But if you do it electric as often as possible, you'll save some money.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Before we finish, let's see if there are any comments. Zach Jones said teardrops on my guitar was great. Yes, it was. Yes, it really was.
We had a lot of shit talk in Lubbock, Texas. That was a lot. Anytime I looked.
People are really on Lubbock, Texas right now.
Yeah. Pat Mahomes he was a Red Raider, and I think that led to bada bing, bada boom.
Fun
Jack
story.
O'Malley pasta house.
When I was a senior, I played baseball for my college club team because I was drunk and really can't play baseball anymore. My shoulders pop out. I really run too far because of my knee. But we played, and we had an away series in Lubbock, Texas. And the night before, we had a formal, and I was so drunk. We had a formal. We were leaving for Lubbock at like 6 a.m. And I was supposed to drive, and I was so drunk that me and Mikey Strauss were like, "Hey, let's go. Let's just go now." And so we called this kid who was a freshman on our team, whose name was Navajo Jack, because he was also Jack, but he was part Navajo. So he went by Navajo Jack.
It's a great name.
Awesome name. And I had my date to the formal come with us. And basically, I was blackout, and I blacked in Lubbock, Texas.
On the freeway.
With a baseball team in a motel with this girl that I sort of knew. And I felt really bad for her because she
didn't like Lubbock?
I think she signed up for it thinking that she was still going to be drunk throughout the whole time and had no idea what Lubbock, Texas was. And then all of a sudden we were in Lubbock, Texas. And she was like,
playing the Red Raiders.
"Wow, we're going to eat Chili's." Dude, that team was so fun that we would just rip cigs on the field. It was sick.
It's baseball, baby. California,
if
USA.
there are any comments, any questions. We got Team Slytherin. They're still making Fast and Furious movies, said Erica R. Yes, they are.
They will forever.
Unorig said, turn on your salt lamp. That's supposed to combat coronavirus. If you're into sort of
turn on your what?
Your salt lamp. Salt lamp is like a thing.
What the fuck is a salt lamp?
Salt lamps are you've seen them. There's salt in them.
It's like one of those lamps that looks like it's like a crystal, and they put a little lamp inside of it.
Very small lamps. If there's nothing else, then I think we're good to go.
Sick.
We're gonna have some fun watching this game. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's the pod.
It's gonna be exciting.
Until next time, probably only one thing left to say.
Kick it!
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.